So it's happy birthday to me today. I turn 41, and happy solstice to the rest of you because I'm a solstice baby. I have been going around and picking up all the freebies. So I got a pastry at Panera because I went there for lunch and to do some writing. I got my free birthday cake slice from Fresh Market, which is the first time because I always forget that that's a thing they do. Actually, I forget that this is a thing that they do in a lot of places, and I never actually claim my freebies except for Sephora. So this time I made a point of doing it, including getting my iced horchata from Starbucks. And again, I forget every year. Every year, the day after my birthday, oh, that's cute, they did the smiley face. I will remember that I had a free gift, and of course, at least with Starbucks, they give you the one day and it's too late. A lot of these other places will give you the month, which I think is nice because, you know, you might be otherwise occupied on your birthday. It is a Friday though. Everyone's busy and I'm on vacation. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna go and just explore, have a little time to myself. I have a migraine. I've been migraining for like the last week. I'm coming off of that time. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna relax a little bit today. We're gonna write a little bit. My head has not been in it, so we're gonna do what we can. I got like 2 pages done, honestly. Panera was not conducive to writing today. There were a lot of people. I think I normally tend to go on weekends where it's a little quieter, but Panera is right by the university, and I guess business people were also hanging out there. It was very noisy, lots of conversations, even with the headphones on. Like, I just couldn't focus. So wasn't as productive as I wanted to be, but it, like I said, it is my birthday. So I was like, you know what? You're allowed to have a day to just get as little or as much as you want done. So I'm gonna give you guys a birthday haul. I don't normally do this either, but I figured, why ever not? You can see where I have actually spent my money. But I'm gonna go put away what I bought at Fresh Market first. I got more lettuce because the lettuce that I picked up yesterday was not particularly plentiful, and I knew that I was going to need more. Picked up a couple of yogurts. I usually just split these because they are very expensive for what they are, but dairy-free yogurt always is. And I picked up one of these guys, like a ginger shot type thing. This one's actually, I think it's mostly, yeah, it's turmeric more so than ginger. My sister apparently is taking like the full size of this stuff for her cholesterol, which is a thing I did not know she had. There's something in there. Okay. So, receipt. I spent $24 at Fresh Market. It's always expensive, but the most expensive thing was the salmon roll. So this is going to be birthday dinner. Spicy salmon roll, my favorite. I'm going to put these away, and then I'll take you guys into the bedroom and show you what I got. We're gonna do this like real old school YouTube style. I am sitting on my bedroom floor. I have the stuff around me. So first, I did go to Target. This is one of the things that I did in fact buy for myself. I have mentioned that I plan to do a little bit of decluttering this month, and the goal is, one, to get rid of some of the little clusters of mess that I have in the house. And right now I have a container that is no longer containing the contents of said container over there, and it is where I keep my like exercise bands and therapy bands and not foam roller, but like the other thing, because the foam roller's over here. I would like to contain my yoga mats, but I also like to have them easily accessible and like quickly accessible, so they're fine, but I want to contain that other stuff. And so I was hoping that this container, which is larger than the current one, and it being white, might like not be as obvious because the one I have it in is like one of those like flimsy like fabric containers. I also have all the free weights here in the corner. I want to organize those. One of actually the only birthday gift that I asked for, other than a bookshelf, which I have not received, but I may actually just buy it for myself later, was adjustable weights. And ta-da! I did get those. So I wanted a pair of 25-pound max adjustable weights, and I liked this particular set because it is white. I like that it's got like a minimalist design, and so they're not super obvious. Ugh. what not to do. Anyhow, I like that they're like a minimalist design. Like me sitting down is not the best for picking these up, but they're pretty. And they are adjustable. And they are expensive. So I did ask for these as a present. I kind of was really only asking for one. I was like, well, I can make do with one and use it for like single arm exercises and make do with the other stuff. But my boyfriend did surprise me with the pair. And I'm very grateful because I am a cheap girly, and it's, if like him, I will request gifts for things that I want but maybe won't buy for myself. This was definitely a thing that I have wanted for a while, and I just have put it off because I didn't want to buy it for myself. So that was his present to me this morning. I have mentioned in the most recent budget update that I also wanted to like invest in sandals, and I did find a pair of sandals at Marshall's that I really like. I actually was wearing them today, and they're so comfy that should I find them in either another color or even the same color, they're black, I would consider buying a second pair just in case, because my shoes tend to last a long time, but also, finding a pair that you like really connect with. Is a classic design, so it's not like it's going to go out of fashion. I'm not buying trendy, I'm just buying like long lasting. I would consider buying a second pair should I see them. I only found the one pair in my size, so that's why I only have one. Let's go through the Target bag first. So because I wanted to treat myself, I did get myself some poppies. I like their Doc Pop. It does not taste like Dr. Pepper to me, but it tastes nice, and so I like the flavor. And I got the orange cream, which I think I've had, but I don't remember. I know that the orange one is nice, but I got the orange cream one this time instead. I picked up another pair of the jelly shoes. I am an 80s baby, and I love a jelly shoe, but coincidentally, unlike the 80s jelly shoes, which, like were awfully sweaty and would make your feet hurt and blister and all that, these are super comfortable. I normally have like Crocs that kind of look like jellies, like they're like the Crocs sandals, but Crocs has not been making them, at least not in designs that I've liked over the last few years. And those were kind of like, I would say like my version of a rain boot, because I don't really like the feeling of a rain boot. So I would buy those, wear them during the summers, during the rains, and just like take them off while in the office if my feet got wet, because where I work it gets very flooded. But I haven't been able to find any that I like. However, these have been nice. I've worn them a couple times. I have the red pair, and that's the pair I've been wearing. They run large, so these are actually an entire size smaller than I normally wear. I had bought my size, brought them home, tried them on, and they were humongous. So they're $20. They have red, pink, this like teal blue color, and clear. And I was kind of like going back and forth on the pink or the teal blue, but I feel like this is a color I don't have a lot of, and I thought it would be cute. I really love the red ones. I've been wearing them like ever since I bought them, at least a few times a week. They have a memory foam insert thing, so they're super comfortable. So if you've like worn jelly shoes and were like, oh, they're awful, they make my feet hurt, these do not make my feet hurt. They're very nice. But I'm also biased because I've always liked a jelly shoe. So I picked up a Wet n Wild clear mascara because I have been having some issues. I thought it was an allergy to an eyeshadow. I believe, not 100% because I still have to figure it out. I have to try it again. I just haven't wanted to try it to like trigger the thing again. I believe it's actually the mascara that I bought recently. I think it was a CoverGirl mascara that I had been using, and I normally do fine with CoverGirl. It's one of the brands that like hasn't triggered allergies before. But I think this is their natural line, and maybe there's an ingredient in their natural collection that has triggered like a really bad eye eczema. And at first I thought it was an eyeshadow, and I was going through my eyeshadows. I was getting ready to throw stuff out. And I, figured, well, let's wait and see. But I do sometimes just want something to curl my lashes, so I got a clear in the meantime to try that out. Picked up some probiotics. Also, this is more just like essentials, but I was like, you know what? Target gave me a 5% for my birthday, so let's just buy the stuff. I've been taking the seed probiotics, but they are so expensive, and I was like, Physician's Choice has worked fine, so I just picked up one of these. Now more for the treat side of things. I got a book. I know that I mentioned in the very like first no low buy that I was gonna go on a book buying ban. That has not been what I have done. Um, Things are awful in the world, and I realized, you know what? Books bring me joy. Buying books brings me joy. Having books brings me joy. And being able to either pass them on to friends or donate them to my library, you know, that also brings me joy. So if I don't like a book, I will either sell it, pass it on, or donate it to a collection. And, you know, regardless, I will get the joy of it in the moment. So this one is the Target edition of Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. I have not read Megan Quinn, but I have wanted to read Megan Quinn. And I heard a promo for this book on the most recent episode of Heaving Bosoms podcast. I guess the publisher Bloom, or maybe it was Megan herself, but someone had sponsored the episode that I was listening to, and when they described this book, I was actually like really intrigued. Like I wrote down the name, and I was like, oh, I have to look that one up. So it sounded fun. It sounds a little like a like rom-commy caper type of a deal, like intentional lies and deception and stuff like that leading to a funny situation. And it's a sprayed edge, so it was pretty. It was $15 and had 20% off the cover price, and then I had that 5% discount, so I might as well. This was not for me. This was for my mother, but since I had the discount, I just bought it for her. She was asking for an apple corer yesterday. We went out. I took her to Home Goods to buy a Dutch oven yesterday. And while we were there, she was like, there's a thing that removes the center of an apple, and I want one. And I was like, well, I don't know where they have those, but I'll look. And lo and behold, Target did in fact have one, so I picked one up for her. I'll give that to her when I see her. Let me see how much this was. Yeah, so I got like $4 off for my birthday 5% off thing, which is fine. I spent the most money on the book and the probiotics and the shoes. The shoes are $20. The probiotics were $23, so that's about even. Both will bring me much joy and comfort, let's say, and the book also. So there's that, and the bucket. My more like spendy, impulsive purchase was at Sephora. I went in specifically to get my birthday treat, which actually is one of my favorite perfumes. It's Juliet Has a Gun, and that is one of my favorite musk smelling perfumes. I am a musk and or vanilla girly. I love me a vanilla anything. I love a vanilla, not necessarily like super sweet gourmand scents, but I love a light vanilla. Um, when I was a kid, there was this one like vanilla musk from Goldie, like super cheap, but it was like my favorite vanilla and such a nostalgic scent, and like the old Victoria's Secret vanilla glacé, I think it was, or maybe I'm thinking of pear glacé. It was vanilla something. Was one of my favorites growing up as a kid, like super nostalgic. I love a vanilla, love a musk, like I said. Juliet Has a Gun has a new scent, just Juliet. I haven't smelled that one, but I was like, you know what? It's a full-size sample, so I'm happy with that one. But while I was there, I did go in to pick up a new, not mascara, brow gel. I really wanted the Kosas because I had received a sample of that. That was an empty, I think back in like February. I've been posting my empties as part of my like Project Use It Up as shorts, but I had a Glossier one to finish. I am just about done with that one. The only thing is I can't look into the Glossier bottle. Like it's completely white and opaque, so I can't see into it. I wanted the Kosas. They were completely sold out of the Kosas. And since I was already there, I was like, you know what? I'll just get the Glossier. It's my second favorite, so might as well. So yeah, just got a boy brow in clear. That was the intention. And then of course I went and explored, and I was actually going to get another perfume that I have used before, and I wanted like a refill in a small size. But as I was going around, I was like, I wanted this perfume. This is the Flora Heavy Cream. I wanted this scent last year when it came out, and I had put it off because I had purchased another scent. I have a lot of scents. I know I have a lot. I've always been a perfume girl. I have been rotating my scents. There have been just a lot of really good musks and vanillas coming out in the last couple of years. That has been, kind of like my thing, and I've bought more than I will use within the year, and that's fine. It is also like we're all entitled to our collections and our interests, and perfume has always been one of my interests. And like I said, I have that like spectrum of like light musky or ambery sometimes in the winter. Like I like a slightly more woodsy amber in the wintertime and fall. This kind of is a good in between. It's a little bit more woodsy than I anticipate from like the notes that are described in here. But it is just like very nice. The floor, even these body and hair fragrance mists, like they last all day on me, so the smelling power is good. It's just so pretty. So that was my little treat to myself. I put back the other perfume I was going to buy and got this one. This one's cheaper anyhow. And then I impulsively bought the slip hair ties. So I picked the neutrals. These are silk hair ties, and I'd always like seen them, kind of like been like, well, I have silk hair ties. I have the Lily silk hair ties, and they always slip out of my hair. However, I had heard that these are really good. Like I'd heard actual humans describing these as being very good, and I can now confirm I've worn it today for the first time. It is thinner than the Lily silk, and it does not slip out of my hair, which definitely happens with the Lily silk. So if you've been looking for a silk hair tie, the Lily silks are cheaper, and I think their pack brings like, I mean, they might not be cheaper. It's just like comparably, that one brings 6, this one brings 3. I think they actually cost about the same. I think the Lily silks are also, I think these were, how much were these? These were $24. The Lily silks, I think I also paid like $23 or something like that. I've had them for a couple of years. And the reason I don't wear them too often is because while they may supposedly not create a crease in my hair, they also just don't stay in my hair. So I don't wear them very much, except maybe at night to go to bed, and it's fine if they slip off. This has stayed in my hair ever since I went out today. So it's been up. It is now 4 o'clock. I think I left the house around noon when I got dressed. So they've been up this whole time. Obviously, I just took it down, but they have not budged. I've maintained the same length and height of ponytail. So I can confirm they are worth it for the price. And that is one of the things I've been trying to be more mindful of as I've decluttered hair clips, is as I repurchase ones, like I know the brands that, though they cost more, they last longer, they break less, they hold my hair up more. Like Anthropologie hair clips, I had a trio that I bought, I think way back in like 2017, 2018, and I still have one of those. Like 2 of them have since broken because I just like used them a lot. But since then, it was like maybe I paid $20 for them, but they lasted for years, and it took a very long time for them to break. And one is still obviously holding strong. I've since purchased more hair clips from them, and they last long. Whereas if I buy the little cheap clips, from either, like whatever random company is selling a pack on Amazon, or, even like some of the cheap ones at Target, like the Wild Fable ones, they do not stay in my hair. They are pretty. They do not stay up in my hair. They slip right off. I have fine, very like silky type hair, and everything just slides right off. So that is always the proof of a good clip, is if it can stay in my hair without me having to like twist it around again multiple times, it's a solid clip. If it doesn't break, if it like teeth aren't falling out all the time, solid clip. So I have to stop buying just the trendy cute stuff that I see at Marshall's or TJ Maxx or whatever, and just invest in quality stuff. So Slip, recommend. It is a very high quality like hairband scrunchie thing. Caxi, I just ordered one using points that I had saved up from my Amazon card, because I have like the card that gives you points. So I decided I only ever use my points for like stuff that I want to treat myself with. So I did order a green one. It's like the Kelly green. I've wanted it for a while. It's been on my wish list for like a year now. And I love the hot pink one that I bought last winter. But the hot pink one is the smaller clip. I wanted the original, it's called the like hold everything clip. So I did order the large green one, see how that one feels. But yeah, the quality just, it goes to show. There's a saying in Spanish, um, lo barato sale caro, which kind of means like cheap stuff will be expensive in the long run. And that is quite true. I also, like I said, I bought the shoes. I also bought the other stuff that I said I would when I did my last budget check-in. Come here, kitty cat. Let me see if he comes in to sit in my lap. He's curious about all the stuff that I have here. So I had mentioned that I wanted to get some intimates. I wanted to refresh my underwear drawer, let's say, and I did do that. You see his ear. When I went to Sephora, coincidentally, Victoria's Secret had a sale. I don't often buy from them. I've been over the last few years just buying from other brands online and stuff like that. But their pink brand has always been like just the right fit for me, and they had a really good deal. I think every bra was like $30, so I got 3. I ended up buying other stuff too. So my underwear and sock drawers, because I also needed some workout socks. Come here, you. Here he is. You might hear some purring. So I did order, I did, instead of ordering, I did buy that just in person rather than actually just going online and like trying one of the online brands, or like, buying a bra online that like looks like it might fit but isn't quite the right shape for me or something. So I need to wash those and declutter my old ones and put them in and do all that and make myself feel fancy. A few years ago, I decided to like Merc KonMari my underwear drawer, and she recommends like setting it up like a lingerie store, like just make the experience like that much nicer, and it's since kind of fallen into a state, so I need to do that again and just make it look pretty, give it that feeling of like, I'm buying a new piece every day when I open that drawer. So let's make things fancy in there. And lastly, I think I might have shown this already, but I don't remember, so I'll show it again. I went to Miniso. I had a free blind box. Somebody's honking outside. It was supposed to be up to a $25, like, madness outside. It was up to like a $25 price, and this one was, I think, $19. It is Shin-chan, Crayon Shin-chan, if you are familiar with him, in I think it's a cream puff. I assume it's a cream puff. I thought it was cute. And I picked him specifically out of like all the Sanrio and all the Disney ones because when I first started dating my boyfriend, he showed me Shin-chan and I thought they were so cute. So in all of them, he's in desserts. I kind of wanted to get the one that looks like a flan, this one, but I do think the cream puff is also very cute. So that is that. But that is everything that I got for my birthday, except for the unmentionables that you will not see, but I obviously mentioned. And that is all, that I have really done today, is just go around, pick up freebies, and I have obviously now some sushi to have later for my dinner. We're probably going to do something this weekend. I don't know. Maybe we'll go out somewhere. I think he's going to take me to a bookstore. I did say that there's a new bookstore that I wanted to visit, so that might happen. But anyhow, I will check in with you guys later. My legs are in, like classic old style YouTube fashion, starting to go numb. So I will see you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching. Bye.